Hey, so today I'm going to talk about doing the hard things when it comes to building a successful homeopathic practice and stop procrastinating by doing the easy things. So when I hear my new students start their practice, they'll be busy doing all these things that don't really matter, like getting a fancy website, creating a logo, finding the right desk from IKEA, figuring out what you should call it, what stationery to get, or anything like that that is not really related to what it takes to build a real business. There's one thing that you need to make sure, and that is that you're attracting the right people to work with you. The priority should be about getting in front of your real fans and slowly building a community of the right people. So when I look back on all the success that I have had, no matter how many times I restarted my practice from scratch, I've always focused on finding ways to reach the places where my real patients were. And at that time it was all about face to face, but today you can reach your potential patients much faster and much more effectively via blogs or social media or your email lists. So no matter how you do it, the focus is that you are putting yourself out there. You are building a following of people who love what you do personally and professionally. So you're creating a community of people that are connected to you and who really need you. This way, your ideal patients will resonate with your kind of homeopathy and simply step up to work with you. So as professionals, I understand we all love learning, right? It's very easy to spend years and years perfecting our skills, our knowledge, and then one fine day you decide to open your practice. But then please don't expect people off the street to just find their way to you. That almost never happens. So today, if I look back at my journey when I created my practice for the very first time, I had put in a lot of effort to get to that stage. I had worked really hard at perfecting my knowledge, perfecting my skills, and polished it. You work really hard at getting and becoming the homeopath that you want to be. But the thing is, when you are in that learning mode, you never know how good you really are in your practice mode, okay, in your real clinic. So when I eventually put myself out there and opened my first ever clinic, I only got my friends and family at first. And yes, they gave me great feedback. Again, they were my friends, right? They were my inner circle. And it was awesome to have that, and it certainly helped me get out there. And then it sent that word of mouth around to my friends of friends and eventually to people who did not know me. So what I want to talk about today is your initial people will always be the people in your community. Your friends, your family, and the people who know you personally. And some will give you amazing feedback and it's gratifying. But the real key to success in business is about growing this community, about expanding your inner circle through time. Now today, if you notice, I have a huge community that goes in tens of thousands of people. Back then, it would be about 10 people. And maybe you are a part of that community. If you're watching my videos or you're looking at my blogs, and it's awesome to have that community. It certainly helped me get my services, get my products, get my books, get my courses out there, and get a lot of word of mouth going on. And it's fantastic. So the business is all about finding your community and growing your community. And the way you find that is you get out there and you share yourself authentically. And don't be afraid to do some revelation of self. Now, I know that's a technical term, but this is where you're sharing a bit about who you are. You're telling them about your journey and not just the good part. You're telling them about your strengths and weaknesses, what you're awesome at, and also what you're revealing your weaknesses. Yes, I agree it's not easy, but that is very critical. So if you look at my videos, you can tell a lot about who I am, where I live, what I like to do, what I stand for, what I stand against, and why. And that revelation of self has helped me build a true community of people who really know the true me. And I've certainly built a community over the years that helped me tremendously to get the right clients for me. So there's this other side to that community now. When you start sharing yourself authentically, you are going to attract the people that resonate with you, and you will also repel the people that you don't resonate with. This is important because you cannot appeal to everyone. There will always be people, there will always be skeptics who hate homeopathy. And there will be people who don't like the way you practice homeopathy, or even you personally. So for example, if I'm not practicing handyman in homeopathy, they will not listen to me. Or if I don't have a fancy office, they will not be impressed. Or if I'm not the right age or the right sex, or they hate the way I talk or they write or I write, there are always going to be people who don't like me the way I am. And it will be the same with you as you start to share your message or you continue to share your message. And if you try to appeal to everyone, you will appeal to no one effectively. And you can only create a huge impact on people who resonate with you. And your life and your practice will be a lot better once you start to attract those people in your life. Those who really resonate with who you are and who love you for who you are and your vision and your purpose. As a matter of fact, right now, if you look at my first few blogs or check the feedback in those first few courses or videos that I put out, and you will notice that there are 5-star reviews from people who knew me. They were my existing students or my patients who knew me personally, and that was awesome. But now, if you look at the feedbacks to my most recent blogs, they come from all kinds of people across the globe. People I've never ever met in my life. And they are now a part of my community. They are my inner circle because they know me even though I don't personally know them. And that's awesome. And that's when they step up to work with me and I get to know them. So on the other hand, you will also find people who will write negative comments. People who obviously can't stand me or they hate me. Does it bother me? Not really, because I have been in this business long enough to know I simply cannot appeal to everyone. Some people may not believe me or my message. I might be turning them off to such a degree that they actually, write back. And many of them have not even bothered to know me well or have read my books or my courses. And these people do exist. But here's the thing. As you grow, your community of people, your tribe, and people who resonate with your message will outnumber the people who repel you 10 times, 10 to 1 times. And they will outnumber and overpower the others in every way, and they will continue to spread your message and benefit from your work and continue to attract more and more people to you. So the reality is, if you're out there in the world doing big things and creating a bigger impact, you will attract those people. And if you don't have them in your community right now, say if you've built an enough following and you still don't have people who you repel, then you are not really putting yourself sharply enough. Your message is not defined enough. It's too general, it's too vague. So don't let the skeptics get you down. They show you that you are doing a good job and you are actually making an impact. So the thing is, or the easy thing is to go out of there and start researching what office place to rent, what medicines to buy, what logo to use. But instead, build a community, because your community will help you solve every problem you have. They will show you where you need to work, what tools to use, what medicines to buy, what to call yourself. They will refine your gifts. They will, refine your strengths. They will boost your business tremendously. So create a community, share yourself authentically, put yourself out there, reveal your strengths and reveal your weaknesses. It will make all the difference in your practice. You never want to be just any other practitioner out there trying to promote yourself in every other way. That's not the way successful business works. So if you've gained something out of this, or if you have your comments or feedback, just put them down there. Let me know what was it that resonated with you, and let's go get them this way.